It's hard trying to keep a straight face for as long as I could.
Mental, no, by the
Welcome
way.
back to the best podcast in the world, hosted by two
Yeah.
best friends. I'm Trix.
And I'm Jams. I
What's
remembered my
up, everyone?
name.
Yeah, it's how many times is it now you forgot your name?
Like three.
Yeah, three,
Big
four,
confusion.
five.
Don't know that.
By the end of what week 10, we'll probably have swapped names, and then it'll be total
Yeah,
confusion.
true. That's it. You can have my TikTok channel.
um,
Buzzing.
Anyway, yes, thank you all for tuning in again.
Yeah, welcome back, welcome back.
Can you believe we're now in episode 8?
I know it's mental. 8 weeks been doing this.
Yeah.
Pros now.
Um,
We've even got synchronized fire backgrounds, just
we
in case
do.
anyone didn't notice. That's mental.
I need it to keep me warm. I'm also quite sick, everyone that's listening. So if I sneeze, cough, or make really old man noises, just allow it.
Yeah, you won't
Um,
catch nothing, don't worry.
yes, so welcome back to our podcast, partnered with Dubby, the
Yeah.
energy drink of champions. Um, so anyone that's looking to give Dubby a go, they've great merch, and a load of really lovely flavors. It comes in these wee tubs in powder form. You get 30 cups out of each tub. I have the Dragonade here, and I can tell you it's absolutely gorgeous. I have used it quite a lot. Um, so yeah, if anyone's looking to give them a go, please use our discount code to get yourself 10% off, which is really easy to remember because it is just SideBar 10.
That's sidebar 10 for 10% off
Yeah,
at the
so
checkout.
as quoted by Dubby themselves, lock in, stay sharp, and dominate your day with
Let's
Dubby.
go. Come on in, let's get this podcast dominated.
Okay, well, we'll go into sidebar of the week. I
Sidebar of the week. Mine's
feel
pretty
like
basic, to be fair.
I feel like
Nothing's
that
real.
slightly changes every week.
Sidebar of the week. Yeah, of course. I don't remember what I done last week. I don't remember what I done this morning. I'm struggling. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go first because I feel like mine's gonna be pretty standard and pretty quick. There's no like nothing special has happened to me this week, to be
Mhm.
fair. But kids are broken up for half term, Easter holidays.
Grim.
2 weeks of bliss, mate, and chaos. But looking forward to
Yeah.
it. It's nice to have the
No.
little ones back about.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna. I just feel like when they're off school, the house turns to chaos.
Oh, yeah, it does, anyway. It does. Facts. But it's nice. I feel like when she's obviously only Phoenix goes to school when it like Floyd's too young.
Yeah.
But when she's off school, we get our Phoenix back. When she's in school, she's like a completely different person.
Yeah. I suppose their attitude sort of changes, doesn't it, depending
Yeah,
on.
it reflects what like who they're hanging around with,
Mhm.
what they're learning and stuff like that. So yeah, like I'm excited to have her back for 2 weeks. It should be nice.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. No, I get what you mean. Having them off with you is nice. I think for the first 10 minutes, and then it's misery. um.
I say that now, yeah. Like, I'm really excited. Tomorrow I'll be putting my hair out on this day
Yeah.
one.
I would say pulling my hair out, but I don't have any hair, so bald, bald, bald. You ever watch that SpongeBob episode? It is great.
No.
I was gonna say, yeah. So, what age is the wee man? When does he start nursery?
He's only one.
Right. Okay.
So
So you
three, I
have a
think we
while.
put Phoenix in nursery at three. So yeah, we've still got another couple of years.
My wee man goes to nursery in September.
Ooh, scary times. Scary, scary times.
It'll be good in the sense that it gets him a bit of routine.
To be
So it
fair,
does.
your kids should both be in like university already because they're geniuses. So
Oh, not the youngest. Not the youngest.
no, they're both really smart, bro. I
He's got
saw
my
his maths homework.
that's my
He's
oldest.
smashing it.
My youngest is he's definitely got my genes. He's chaos. He is chaos
Yeah, that's
personified.
good. That's really good.
They're so different. It's funny how they can be so opposite.
Mm.
Are yours opposite or are they?
I think
I said
Phoenix is a
yours
bit
as
of
if
a.
like as if they're like pencils in your pencil case.
I think Phoenix is little. What like she's wild and she's a wild child. She always has
Mm.
been. She's so out of herself. Like we was in town the other day, and she just like started dancing to nothing, and like people were stopping and looking at her, and she was like dancing away, and I was like, "You're class, man. You've got no embarrassment at all." Whereas
You want
Floyd
you
just
need that.
cries a lot, unless we give him an M&S. He's got accustomed to having an M&S croissant for breakfast, so he starts
Oh,
kicking off unless he gets that.
so he's made of finer things.
Yeah, mental. He's got a monocle and he smokes cigars already, mate.
Well, my sidebar of the week is kid related as well, but uh, on Wednesday evening. So the funny thing is, I didn't know this happened. I was so confused. So I I came down in the evening and we went and got the two boys a bath, got them all washed, got them downstairs, got them their like supper and things before they went to bed.
Yeah.
And my youngest got up and walked across the room towards Lauren, and no nothing indicating it was going to happen. And he just boked, like
Threw up, by the way, just for
sorry,
anyone that
threw
doesn't
up. Yeah,
understand.
chondered. That's what you said.
Chundered, mate, yeah.
Um, yeah, just threw up all over himself, all over the floor. And I was like, "What's wrong with this child?" So
Mm.
then he done it again, and I was like, "Right, he mustn't be well or something." But then he seemed okay. Like he didn't seem like he wasn't like, "Oh, my tummy's really sore." Or so I was like, "This is really strange." And then Lauren turned to me and said, "Could it be concussion?" And I was like, "Huh? What do you mean?"
Oh,
She was like, "When he fell," and I was like, "No, sorry, what? When did he
yeah.
fall?" So it turned out that he fell when I was in the shower.
Okay.
Um, he was standing. We have a baby gate at the bottom of the stairs. Not really for the kids anymore because they've both mastered how to open it. It's
Dogs.
it's more the dog to stop the
Yeah,
dog
yeah.
from getting upstairs. But so he was swinging off it, like he was holding on to it and leaning back and going ah. But it wasn't locked properly, and so eventually, when he was pulling it, it unclipped itself,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
flew back, and he had hit the back of his head off the wood floor. So Lauren said that, and I was like, right, okay. So my brother-in-law is a doctor. So I was like, right, let's give him a ring and just explain what's going on. So he was basically like, look, he might be okay. There would need to be three bouts of like vomiting.
Yeah,
So it need to be
yeah.
like, vomit or a couple of vomits and then a break and then another one. So it was fine. So we had done two at this point, and I was like, look, he might be fine. And we were all sitting on the sofa, and he was a wee bit like droopy, which isn't like him. But then Lauren turned around to me and she says, I'm going to take the bed if you sit there with him and make sure he's okay. And I said, no problem.
Yeah,
So I stuck on the TV and I was talking to him and I turned around and he was out cold. Like
yeah,
just,
mad.
but he would never ever do that. See, if he was allowed to stay in the living room, he literally
Yeah,
goes mental. He's
yeah,
dancing around the
yeah.
room and throwing things. So I was like, no, something's not right here. So then Lauren came back down and I said, he's just conked. He's just out for the count. And he eventually then woke up and threw up for a third time. So we were like, right, he needs to go to hospital.
Yeah,
But anyway, they then said he had concussion. Um, but the whole time, I think Lauren was down in the hospital for 5 hours.
yeah. I think, yeah, because you were texting me, obviously, but yeah, I think it was around 5, 6 hours, to be fair.
But the whole time he basically slept right up until the doctor called him in.
Mm.
And Lauren said apparently he was all better. Just getting on like nothing was wrong. Even though he'd poked or threw up
Champion.
several times in the hospital as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the doctor was just kind of like, yeah, look, do you know what, man? So doctors can be really weird.
I think doctors are weird. Sorry
So
to any doctors out there, but I think
uh,
you are a little bit tapped if you're a doctor.
no, but wait to hear this, right? So the doctor turned around to Lauren and said, listen, how many times has he been sick? And
Mm.
Lauren was like, well, he was sick twice at home. And he was like, no, no, I mean in the hospital. And she was like, so really, all they needed to hear was that he was sick one more time because apparently 4 bouts of sickness after a head injury is straight for CT, right?
Yeah, okay, okay, okay.
So he had had three at home and then went to the hospital and threw up several more times. So the
Mm,
doctor was like, "How many times has he thrown up in the hospital?" And Lauren said, "Yeah, he's thrown up quite a few times since he's been here."
yeah.
And the doctor was like, "No, sorry, I'm gonna need a specific number
I
of
don't.
times." And she was like, "Well, I don't know. I didn't count them."
Who's counting? Jesus.
So he was like, "Right, okay, well, listen, this is really looking like we need to put him through for a CT, pretty much, as soon as possible."
Mm.
And Lauren was like, "Right, okay, okay, no problem." So she's freaking out at this point. And the doctor then turned around and said, "Now, just to let you know, children under the age of 4, their brains can't handle the radiation. So it significantly increases his risk of cancer in later life." So Lauren turned around to him and said, "Okay, so is it better not to give him the CT then?" And the doctor went, "Oh, no, there's no choice, really. It'll be within the next hour." So,
Just wow. I suppose they've got to let you know the risks, innit?
yeah, but I don't think the risks were anywhere near as bad as what he
Yeah,
was
I
saying.
think like I read it up when you said to me because I was quite shocked. I didn't know like it was a thing, but it is. There is risks, obviously, but then there's risks with everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can't. In it's just doom monger.
I know, but whenever after it was all done, I'd spoken to my brother-in-law again, and I said, "Look, the doctor said there was significant risks," and he was like, "Listen," he says, "I've worked in hospitals." He says, "I have seen newborn babies going for full body CTs. If
Mm.
they need it, sort of thing."
Yeah, 100%. It's better to be safe than sorry. I think like you and Lauren done the complete right thing.
The end of the day, there was no brain bleeds or skull fractures, and so he was fine. But the last few days, he's just been really sleepy and really tired, and so we're just keeping an eye on him. But
Yeah, it's better
um,
to keep an eye on him, isn't
it
it?
was stressful.
Yeah, you were
It
proper
was
stressing.
stressed.
You
Do
were stressing.
you know what as well? Like, just actually to give a bit of props, because we were on Call of Duty,
Yeah.
and I jumped off, and then I got word because Lauren had taken him to the hospital, but obviously I had to stay at home with the other wee man,
Hmm.
and and then I got word
Yeah,
obviously that,
by the way, everyone tricks didn't just stay at home to play COD. It wasn't
yeah,
like, oh yeah,
it
you
was
take him to the hospital. I'm playing COD tonight.
no, I had to stay at home, so I sort of did that, sort of take my mind off it a bit, and
Yeah.
in my head I was kind of thinking it's not going to be a concussion because it was like hours after he banged his head.
Yeah.
But then I got the word of having to go for the CT, etc. And straight away I text you being like, "Get off your stream. I need someone to talk to." And I
It
was like,
always.
I was full fledged freaking out. But to be
Yeah,
fair, like
you are.
you sat up for a good bit.
Oh, mate, I stayed awake until you gave me the word that I think your last text to me was, "Oh, they're coming home." I said, "All right, good night."
Yeah, no,
That was me, bro. I was shattered, but I was
oh
like,
no.
I can't go sleep because I felt fully invested. I was like, I want to know what happens. Like, is
I
he
know
all
you
right?
were you were on AI and all like searching stuff and
Yeah,
being like, "Right, it
proper.
says this, it says it."
I was
But
so
no,
invested.
I
But
mean
yeah, glad
that's
he's better. Like,
friendship
glad
right
he's
there.
getting
Like,
better. 100%.
yeah, yeah, he's on the mend. But yeah, really stressful. Actually, really stressful situation.
Imagine, mate, it is a tough one.
And then when you're stuck at
But
home as well.
yeah, that's got to be the worst, mate. Like, the only thing I can compare it to was like Peyton going into baby scans and stuff, and I have to
Yeah.
be outside because of COVID.
Oh, it's grim. It's so bad. That should never have been the
I
case.
know, and like she would come out, and like I'd be trying to read her facial features, like, is everything okay? Like, but as she's walking up to me, and like I dreaded there being anything wrong because then
Mm.
she would be heartbroken in the scan, and then have to come out
And then tell you
and
again.
tell me with try and build up the strength to tell me about it.
Oh, it's
Right, it
wild.
just pissed me off.
But luckily he's fine, and he's back to falling into things. I mean, he's already almost fallen off a sofa
Fair.
head first tonight, and continues to just walk into things or trip over things. He really has my sense of
He is
balance.
you, mate.
He is me.
Bless him.
Um, yeah, he always the other day actually he ran into the same door frame twice, but like in a row. So he ran
Mm.
into it head first, smacked his head in a door frame. Like, I don't know how you run face first into a door frame. I think it
Yeah.
was my shoulder, but he ran face first, came in crying. I give him a hug. And he says, just be careful, son. You don't need to run outdoors. He's like, okay, daddy. Turned, ran straight into the exact same spot. And I was like, I, do you do? Like,
Wait, I always laugh. I can't help myself. It's so fucking funny. I remember Phoenix walking home from school and she was like, I don't know what she was doing, but I think she was like arguing with us and she was just being naughty. And she got her like karma instantly. She walked face first into a lamppost.
lamppost. Yeah.
The sound killed me off because it was literally like a cartoon. It was like, boom. She
Oh,
just burst out in tears. Everyone's running to her as well. Like other mums are running over to her. I was like, she's fine. Don't
she
do
does
that.
this all the time.
Literally. Moving forward, I think we should move into news of the week. News of the week. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I can go first, yeah.
Go for it,
Um,
man.
okay, so my news of the week is a news story that popped up on my phone.
Okay.
Um, you know, way phones can listen to you and all now. It wasn't long after I think I'd mentioned to you about what sort of topic to do this week.
Mm.
Um, and then this thing came up and it was a legit news story. Some woman has successfully won a claim and sued Meta and Facebook for her social media addiction.
What?
So apparently, growing up, she had a really bad addiction to social media, and she blames the companies that obviously make the social media. Sorry, trying to keep a straight face for as long as I could.
Mental, no, by the way.
What is?
Sure.
Let me tell you what's mental about it is that she won.
Yeah,
So
that's mad.
there must be something legally that she was able to prove, but nevertheless,
Yeah, let me get them court notes, bro, because I want to sue them now.
that's insane. What? I just don't know what would constitute a social media addiction. Like,
Like, as soon as you wake up to the minute you fall asleep, you're scrolling, like doom scrolling.
yeah, but I feel that that is, I mean, to an extent, yes, they maybe have an influence, and we'll go on to that later on. But to me, that's a choice. Like,
Yeah, that's self-control. You have no self-control. That's your problem.
you can't, I just don't know how you, like,
Apparently
yeah,
you can. You can.
well, I mean, apparently in the eyes of the law, you can, yes.
Yeah, you can.
So yeah,
Yeah, it baffles me.
it just blew my mind.
Yeah, it's
Um,
really mad. Didn't you win like an astounding amount of money as well?
yeah, I can't remember what it was, but it was just it, I didn't even read the details. It just absolutely baffled me. I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
how? What do you mean in social media addiction? I mean, I'm on social media quite a lot, right? Just sort of scrolling and
Yeah.
doing stuff like that. Mostly now it's on the Spotify for creators to check to see if we've had another single listen.
Yeah,
Um,
come on.
but
Shout out all you listeners.
yeah, I just don't know how I would have a case to say.
Yeah, I don't think you would, bro, because it must have impacted her life or something like that. Like she's lost her job, or she's like
I mean, I'm sorry
her
if you've
kids have
lost
died because she's not fed them in six
if
months because she's
if
scrolling on TikTok.
if you've lost your job because you're scrolling on Facebook, you really need to take a look at yourself
Yeah, facts. What you need to do is probably disown a phone to start off with,
or just
because
set it
surely
down.
that would help you. Yeah,
Just set it
but
down.
I could go into my news story of the week now,
Yeah, yeah.
which will lead handsomely on with this. Right, the UK have just announced, yeah, that they're doing hundreds of tests on like teenagers' phones and stuff like that. They shut it down at a certain time through the
What?
phone. So they now have the power to just shut their phone down at a certain time. It's called a curfew, a social media curfew or something like that. So any apps that aren't to do with learning, you're not able to access.
Surely this is not this
It's
won't
happening.
this won't
It's
go ahead.
happening. No, it's already it's in it's happened. Happening as we speak.
But how do they know if it's a teenager that has the phone?
because they've signed up to it. Like they're testing it in hundreds
Oh,
of homes.
no, hold on. Did you do the update in your iPhone recently?
No.
It asks you to confirm you're over 18.
Okay, then maybe that's why then. See,
So
like I read it today.
hold on.
Yeah, they're doing like research it, bro. It's called like a something curfew in the UK. They're doing it in hundreds of homes where they're literally at a certain point in the night, teenagers can't access anything but like learning apps. That's it.
Um,
What we'll do
um,
is I'll add a picture into the post edit.
there's like a underneath, like sort of your actual Apple account. There's
Hmm.
a section that says confirm you're 18 plus. Now, I haven't done it because mainly I keep forgetting, but you have to actually use like a physical card. Do you know,
Like
like your
ID.
yeah, but do you know like your
Is it fucking Pornhub, bruv? Chill out.
do you know like your debit card or credit card sort of
No,
thing?
you
Yeah,
don't.
you do. Now it gives you the option to use. Well, it says whenever you go into it, I'm not doing it now, but whenever you go into it, it says confirm using your Apple Wallet. And I was like, yeah,
Okay, yeah,
just do that because my card's already on there.
yeah.
But then when I did that, it was like failed. You need to use an actual physical card. And I was like, I don't know where mine is.
Yeah. That is horrendous.
So I wonder, is that linked to it?
Maybe. Must be, yeah.
I did wonder. I'd done the update and I was like, sorry, why are you asking me to confirm I'm 18? Like,
Yeah, that's
catch a grip.
really weird. Isn't it? So yeah, it just seems like they have full control over your phones and everything now. So good luck, everyone.
Oh, they're going to shut my phone down because I haven't confirmed over
That's it,
18.
mate.
Mm.
Nothing but learning apps for you after 9 o'clock.
Um, yeah, I just don't know how legally that'll work. I don't think
I mean,
it'll.
they're testing it now in hundreds of homes, it says, because people have signed up and said it's apparently to battle the depression and anxiety in Gen Zs.
Oh yes, because it's well known that the best way to battle depression and anxiety is to take away personal privileges of people.
Yeah,
That makes
100%.
great
Yeah.
sense.
But apparently
Um,
social media and that makes people depressed.
the government makes me depressed.
Yeah, turn
Is
off
there
my
any way of
phone,
turning them
depressed.
off at a certain time of night?
Oh, mate, that would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, they're too busy hanging out at Rent Boys, mate, at a certain time of night. They're not busy.
Um, yeah. Oh man, that's absolutely mental. I'm going to need to find my card so I can prove I'm over 18,
I'll be like, do
or else
you
I'm in
want to
trouble.
stream tonight? And you'll be
Yeah.
like, no, I want to see
Sorry,
BBs,
sorry,
bro.
James. I can't. They've shut my phone down for the night's curfew. It's bedtime. Yeah, that's mental. Oh, social media has gone absolutely nuts.
The world's gone absolutely nuts,
The
mate.
world has gone absolutely nuts. But like, moving on. Like, it's like social media was originally invented as a form of like communication. So like,
Yeah,
I know we talked about it before, but even the days back in Bebo and MSN
I know.
and AOL Messenger, um, it was literally even the early days of Facebook was it was called Facebook because it was literally like you put a picture of your face up and it was literally just talking to each other.
Yeah, that was it.
Um,
It
and
was all
then
about connections.
and yeah, and now it's not. Now
And that
it's
now it's about invasions of privacy.
but it just went super downhill.
Yeah, mate.
I don't
A
even
whole, I don't even know.
I don't remember the time period because one minute there was Bebo and all, and the next thing it was like TikTok and but I just for some reason that the middle part of that
No, it was
process is just
I
a
think
bit
it was like
erased.
Bebo.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Blackberries, so everyone was using BBM.
BBM. Oh,
Yeah. Ping,
do you know I still have
ping.
two Blackberries upstairs, and
Oh, sick, mate.
I really want to get one of them to charge, and it won't charge,
Oh,
but it's a really nice one, like
yeah, I loved Blackberries. And you could screen munch stuff.
screen punch.
That
Remember
was
that?
sick, yeah. Um, and then obviously like Vine and that was about, wasn't it? So everyone was doing
Oh
Vines.
yeah,
Vine was class though,
it was
like
good.
classic, good humor on Vine.
Uh-huh.
Like TikTok has nothing compared to the humor on Vine.
But that's because a lot of social control has been brought into it as well.
Oh,
Because
100%
when you
true.
think back to them, like the vines and stuff, like it was literally anything goes.
Yeah, you could say what you want.
Say what you want,
You
do
have
what you want.
7 seconds to do whatever you want.
7 seconds of glory. That's what that is. Um, oh,
Sounds
it's
like
like
most
me.
Friday nights for me.
Yeah. I love how you put your arms out to hug me there as if like to console me.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, no, I mean, a lot of social control now sort of prevents that, but then at the same time, it's got so toxic.
Yeah. Like I think it's gone from everything on the internet was pretty much funny to now I can literally watch people die
Yeah.
on a regular basis. Like I scroll through Facebook, yeah, and like the amount of videos of people getting attacked or just beaten up on my phone is
Hmm.
redonkulous.
Yep.
Granted, I sit there and watch them because I'm like, I want to see who wins this fight. But
But
it's
that's
just a lot of negativity being spread about.
a lot of negativity. Also, look, and I talked about this before, but you can't believe anything you see.
That fact's the AI taking over.
But I'll give you a perfect example of this. So there's a fella that I've seen on TikTok and Instagram. And
Mm.
basically what he does is he sits in a chair and people send in a request for him to change himself into.
Yeah.
Somebody will send in like Selena Gomez and he does this like click and then he turns into Selena Gomez and
Yeah.
he's like looking around and playing with his hair and stuff and blah blah blah. And then the followers started sending in turn yourself into me. So he was turning himself into like the people that were following him.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is insane, like if this is an actual thing. But then somebody put a video up recently of that being like, we've been fooled again because apparently the fella that does that is AI. That's not
Yeah. It's
actually the
probably
fella.
not him. No, he's not going to show his real face, is he?
Um,
He's too advanced for
but
us.
that's a double layer
Yeah, I know,
of
it's mad.
AI. Like,
It's mad. Do you know the live that keeps popping up on my TikTok here when I'm scrolling through? It's like the anonymous mask.
mhm.
Yeah, matey sat in a chair with an I can't even say it. That's a hard one.
Give
A
that another
matey
go, sir.
sat, a matey sat in a chair with try and say it.
A matey sat in a chair with an anonymous.
Yes, it is, bro. A matey sat in a chair with an anonymous mask. Yeah, I'm a rapper. Yeah, he sat in a chair with an anonymous.
We get it. A Guy Fox mask.
Yeah, and you send him like a donut, a
Yes,
gift.
and he locates you or something.
Yeah, and he locates you.
But I don't
That's
think that's. But I
wild.
don't. No,
That's
but I don't know
kind
if
of
it's
just
real. So I reckon if you were to send in a donut, I don't think you would actually find your house. I'm guessing that he just goes to random places because you never know. Like you're not going to know if he's found. So then once they always have
mm,
like 2,000 people in the live.
yeah.
So he just
What?
goes to like go somewhere in Florida and then look at a house sort of thing. And you just assume
Yeah,
that he's found someone's house. I just don't know if it's real. I think it's like pre-recorded and somebody's just making
yeah.
bank for doing nothing.
Facts. It's like them. Do you remember that TikTok went through that state of the Habibi come to Dubai people? They used to say if you sent them
Yeah.
gifts, they would
Yes,
give you
yes,
like
yes,
five
yes,
thousand
yes.
pounds or £10,000 on PayPal and stuff like that. And
Yep.
I remember sitting in one once, and the geezer must have got like 50,000 universes. He must have
Hmm.
made like 10, 20 grand
Yeah.
just
It's wild.
sending PayPals to the same three people as well the whole time.
Hmm.
And it's blatantly just a circle of them sat in the same room sharing about money.
On a serious note, though, how does that not get shut down? Because that is extortion
I know, but then
and scam like that. That type of why are people not suing for that?
I know I got a
But
live warning the other day when we was playing Village because I swore. Actually, I didn't even swear. Yeah, I said your mum lives in a five-bedroom house with six other
that's
families.
right. That was
When the
when
mate was chasing me and panicked.
yeah, you panicked.
Yeah,
Yeah, so how, but that I just don't know how that gets picked up. But then these people are out there like getting galaxies thrown at them, and they're just taking people's money, and I just don't know how that doesn't get picked
it's
up.
because obviously TikTok take a fat paycheck out of that, didn't they?
Yes, well, this is the problem. It all comes down to money. It always comes down to
Yep,
money.
yep.
If something's making you money, then yeah, let it slide.
Yeah, if I reckon I could do anything on there as long as I'm getting gifts, and they'll be fine with it.
It's just yeah, it's just so toxic. And then like it's quite bad because the stuff you see on it as well, like really gives a false representation of real life.
Yeah, like humanity as a whole.
Yeah, you see these girls on. So there's this one girl that keeps popping up in mine. Um, I don't even know her name. She's it's gonna sound really stupid. She's a blonde, blonde girl. Do you know her?
Um,
Um, she's an American girl, but she basically just goes on and does these stupid wee skits with her boyfriend. Um, but she's got the oddest body shape, right?
yeah,
So really, really skinny waist, huge breasticles,
okay.
and massive behind.
Yeah, is it fake though?
But this is the thing, she's obviously had work done in all
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah, yeah, she had a
Um,
BBL, in it.
she's had baby everything, but but yeah, it's this, and it's when I see her, I'm like, it's a really odd shape. Like she looks like at any point her upper half could like fold over onto her back half because it's so there's nothing in the middle
Yeah,
supporting
there's no
the
like weight differential.
um so but I just think that just it just gives a real so imagine a girl saying that and then going, I'm going to try and aim for that shape.
Yeah, mad. What's the
Like
point?
you would end up killing yourself.
100%.
And the same for
100%.
fellas. The same for fellas as well. Like you see fellas on like TikTok and all like that are probably maybe not even body wise. I think more like what we were talking about last week with the manosphere and stuff, and
Mm,
the people going on and they're like pulling up in Lamborghinis.
yeah,
You know,
that are
and they're like,
rented,
yeah,
by the way.
I don't go to work 9 to 5. I sit at home and do this and I make all this money.
Yeah.
There was one fella come up to mine and he was like, I'm gonna show you the 5 tips to become a millionaire within 5 years or something. And I was
Sick.
like, yeah, okay, dead on. But people believe it.
Yeah, I know, but like we used to get them scams back in the day with like early YouTube and stuff like that. Do you remember like they used to like have a nice car and outside a mansion? You'd be like, you fed up with living this boring life? You could live a life like me if you invest. And you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, shut
Hmm.
up. But nowadays it's just got too much where they're like live streaming their fake reality and showing everyone how great life is.
But that's it, isn't it? It's because it's instantly there on your phone. Like as soon as you open up your
Yep.
phone, it's just instant in your face, and it's
Yeah.
just so
100%.
deliberately catered to sort of choke you. But um, I don't know. I just think it's really toxic.
It
It's
is. The whole internet is a toxic place to live in because everything, like, no matter what you look at, is negative, and in some way, it's hurting somebody.
well, actually, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what I wanted to move on to because it actually, I know we're talking a lot about like upsetting people or and stuff like that, but like it actually does cause harm in some circumstances
A
because
100%.
when you look at the sort of rhetoric and stuff, say, take for America for example, just because it's an extreme, but like you would get someone going on and spreading some sort of hate message or whatever.
Yeah.
And the next thing, there's a mass murder,
Yeah.
a-
100%.
against like a group of people.
Yep.
Um, and a lot of it stems from social media. I think it's a real breeding ground for hatred.
Do you know what I think people also need to realize that are involved in social media? Yeah, you can have your social media persona, but don't automatically think everyone's like that outside of social media.
Hmm.
So like a lot of people have a social media persona where they just clickbait, they click farm all the time just to rage bait people and get interactions and stuff like that. Like you may hate them whilst they're on thing, but don't actually go out and incite violence because you think they're like that. They're probably not. They're probably just like
No,
quite sad and lonely as well.
they found a way to make a bit of popularity and
Facts.
they're
And don't
making
get us
money
wrong, we
somewhere.
all want to be making loads of money by literally just sitting. This is why we do this podcast. I want to be a
We're
millionaire from this
making
podcast.
negative money. You do know
Yeah,
that.
we are. We are. We've spent more than we earn, but
We
do
haven't
you know
earned
what?
anything.
I know we're giving a good message to the people.
But this is it. I think social media could be used in so many good ways.
Oh, there's so much positivity that could come from social media, but
If you
the
take like,
problem is everyone loves negativity. We're in a negative state of mind as a like people.
yeah, as a race,
Yeah, so we breed that negativity. So like it's like I don't know, like Love Island, yeah. My missus loves it,
Just
watches it all the time, and I'm
oh,
like,
don't.
fuck off. The people on here, yeah, are famous because they've got six packs and big tits. That there's nothing else going on. And we're making them famous by what if no one watched it, they would be like, cut this show. Rubbish.
Hmm.
The same as the social media people. Everyone that watches it, you're creating the monster.
Hmm.
Just stop watching.
It's like that old saying, isn't it? It's like a car crash, but you can't take your eyes away from it.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
that's kind of what it's like, but it
Yeah.
could be used for so much good as well. Like, because imagine everyone just did things that were just inoffensive and didn't hurt anyone. Like, imagine everyone just went. If you take music for example, music
Mm.
or podcasting or I don't know, just coaching people and things, or like I don't even mind them life coaches sort of side of it. Like I know they're not really for me. Like I mean, I think
Mm.
it's all a bit of nonsense, but like it's harmless. Do you
Yeah,
know,
100%. Yeah, yeah.
if everyone
You're
did that,
helping to better someone, like someone out there's believing what you're saying, and
yeah,
then it's
it's your
boosting them
intentions
up.
as well.
Sick.
It's your
Yeah.
intentions as well. It's the same like we're doing this podcast. Like we never went into this doing this podcast with an idea like, oh, we're going to do this because we want
No,
people to hear us
I
or
don't
see us. No,
actually
but
want to
like
be famous, bro. Like I'm
um,
chilling. I'm quite happy.
we literally did it because we were like, we think we'd have a laugh, sort of chatting
Yeah,
once a
100%. And we
week.
could, and if we help one person out, like happy
See if I
days.
give one person a laugh, that's all I care
Facts,
about. If
innit?
somebody listens to the
Facts.
podcast and has a laugh, we've made their day. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's it. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah, and then you see real mad things on social media. Like you sent me, it was like a news article or something the other day. It was some woman that married a river.
Yeah, in the UK as well. Mental. She married, it was their third year anniversary.
Like stop the world, I'm getting off, sort of thing. Do you know, we're
Yeah.
cooked. Like who's
Would you know
marrying
how?
rivers?
Yeah. Apparently she's an activist and she done it to protect it.
Well, if she's an activist, did she ask the fish for permission? Because
Yeah, very true.
if there's a
Very
salmon
true.
run going up there, I mean, did she ask them for
Did she ask
permission?
the
Is there
river?
consent?
Did
This
she
is.
ask the river for permission?
I would just like to know if she asked for consent from the fish before
Yeah,
she.
facts. She was in there like bikini on, swimming about in the river as well for their third year anniversary.
Well, that's a sure way to get dysentery, isn't it?
Fact.
Um. Yeah, I don't know. It's quite sad.
It is that people. I think it's just again, like I said last week, man. People just strive to be so different so they get some attention,
Mhm.
which is just mental. Just be yourself.
I just think it's such a breeding ground now for people to. Oh, I don't even know how to describe it. Like they just spread their ideologies. So if you look at
Yeah.
things on social media now, especially like um of all of them really, they're all very much like full of individuals who are spreading this real extreme point of view.
Everyone
So
pushing an agenda.
yeah, so like everyone has an extreme point of view. So I find myself a lot of the time with things going on in the world, I'm kind of like, oh, okay, well maybe I have a feeling or an opinion on it, but like not like a massively extreme one way or the other sort of thing.
Yeah.
But for some reason, society now, everyone's like, you have to have an extreme.
Yeah.
So
100%.
here's an example, right? I really hope this doesn't get me in trouble, but hey ho.
It is what it is.
Well, it won't because it's just fact, right? So over here, right, for some reason, the general population have taken so the whole Israel Palestine
Yeah, yeah, I
sort of
think you
war.
were talking about last week, yeah.
So Israel Palestine at war, and for some reason, one side of the community were like, well, we're going to fly the Israel flag. On the other side of the community were like, oh, we're going to fly the Palestine flag. So in Belfast, what you have, right, is you walk down the street and you could see any number of flags. You could see a Union Jack.
Yeah,
You could see a tricolor or tricolor, Irish flag. And now you could see an Israeli flag or
yeah.
a Palestinian flag. And it's just, it makes no sense. Like, I can, I'm could I just decide then I want to fly a French? What are the rules as to what?
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Why?
Like if
I
you're
just
not, I don't know, if you're not from that country, or say
you're
you
not
don't have
involved.
like relatives or family from that country, that's not your beef. Stay out of it.
But they don't. And so, do you know what? Actually, here's a great one for you. Explain here. Just unpack this for me.
Go on, I got you.
So, Belfast City Hall,
Hmm.
there was a motion brought in, a bylaw or something that they weren't allowed to fly the Union Jack. Okay, because it offended the other side of the community.
Okay.
So that was taken down. There was a
By
whole
other side, Northern Irish people.
yeah. So the people live in Northern Ireland, but you have two sides of the community. You have the Protestant side and you have the
And the
Catholic
Catholic.
side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was offending. So, do you know what? If it's genuinely offending people, find a compromise. Anyway,
If it's offensive.
so basically, then Union Jack had to come down. It wasn't allowed to be flown in City Hall, and there
Okay.
was protests and fights and riots and carnage kicked off. Anyway, recently, recently there was a whole issue because one of the politicians, I don't know whether it was the Lord Mayor or maybe it wasn't, but they basically stayed late to deliberately fly a Palestinian flag. So so they got their team to stay late. I don't know the facts, but they basically got the team to stay late so that at midnight they could fly the Palestinian flag. And this caused absolute uproar. And see, to be fair, we don't live in Palestine, so
Yeah.
why are we flying a Palestinian flag?
And if you can't fly the Union Jack, why would you think, do you know what, I'll fly the Palestine flag instead?
Also, I would love to sit them down and be like, if the Union Jack's offending one side of the community
Yeah,
and flying their flag would offend the other side of the community,
yeah.
here's a compromise that it's so genius that I don't blame them for not thinking of it.
I think I might be able to guess it there.
Just fly them both,
No, just don't fly a flag at all.
or
Who
just
needs
don't fly one
flags
at
these
all.
days, bro?
Exactly. Well,
We
actually,
don't
that's a
look
very good point.
around
Just
and
don't fly
go,
one at all.
oh, that flag makes me feel so patriotic.
No, it
I'm
actually
not,
incites
I'm not
fear.
Christopher, I'm not Christopher Columbus, bro. I don't care.
See, the problem with Northern Ireland now is that any flag incites fear.
I think it's the problem of the world, mate. It's not just Northern Ireland in general. I can walk down my street and see 30 different countries' flags as I walk down, like without fail. It was like, do you know when Russia were attacking Ukraine?
Mhm.
Like, pretty much every two houses had a Ukraine flag hanging out of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, none of you are from Ukraine.
Do you know what you should have done though? You should have knocked on their door and said, "Listen, I'm with the Ukrainian Refugee Society, and we have a couple of people displaced. Would you be able to spare a room in your house?"
Have you
I can
seen the mate
guarantee,
that does
yeah,
that
yeah,
on
yeah. I can
that's
guarantee
so
you they'd be
jokes.
like, "Oh no, I can't. Like, oh
Yeah, I'm
no, I couldn't."
overcrowded, I'm overcrowded. That's
Um,
jokes.
that's
But
what it comes
yeah,
down to. Like,
I don't know, people are just so busy. That's the problem. People are busy.
do you
Keep
know?
your fucking nose out of other people's business and just get on with
I
your
think that's
life.
it. I think that's that. You've just hit the nail on the head.
Do you know
Just
what? Yeah,
stay in your
like,
lane.
oh, just stay in your lane, bro. I'm quite happy, yeah. But whatever goes on outside, I'm quite happy until the only time I will get riled up and interject is when what's going on outside comes into my house.
Mhm.
Like, if I've got to protect my family, I've got to protect my family. That's my main concern. It's not, oh my God, there's a flag over there that offends me. Oh my God, this is happening. And don't just grow up. Just be happy.
But I think, and this is where it links to social media. I think because I think the scary thing is that social media now everything escalates so quickly because of it. So
Yeah,
you have something like that, maybe flags or a war in somewhere in the world, and the media and social media pick up on it, and it just absolutely railroads everyone, and then it
yeah,
causes
100%.
it causes real extremism on one side or the other, and then that's
Like, I don't know. I can look at it from the other point of view. I can kind of understand in it. Like, especially, do you see when like the riots were happening for the immigration and stuff like that?
Mhm.
I kind of get that. I think it's just people have had enough in it. We've been walked over for fucking ages. And
Yeah.
like,
I
it does
think
get to a point.
I just kind of feel like riots, though, riots
It
don't
don't
serve a
solve nothing.
purpose. They don't
It
solve
don't
anything.
solve nothing.
It's
They just
just a
make
bunch
you
of
look like
people.
dickheads.
It's just a bunch of people that want to cause problems, and they were going to cause
Yeah,
problems
facts.
regardless. But
Yeah,
it's just someone who's seen an idea or seen an opportunity to get a free TV out of Argos because they're going to break the window.
facts. Yeah, you're
Um,
not wrong.
I think systemic change isn't a thing anymore.
Mm,
You're never going to get, you know, you maybe would have had back in the day. You would have been able to have, a protest, a peaceful protest,
yeah.
and politicians might take note and stand up and say, well, look, do you know what? The majority say that this isn't a good idea. We are going to review it. But that systemic change from public um, outcry isn't a thing anymore. People
No,
will do
not at
what they
all.
want to do, especially at that high level.
Yeah.
But
And the thing
information.
is, I think it's a petition. You have to get 12,000
Mhm,
signatures within a certain amount of time to be able to be noticed by an
mhm,
MP. But then he's going to look at it and just go, I don't really care. Got enough on my
yeah.
plate.
Well, they'll look at it and go, well, I have an election in a year, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
deal with this because I'm not
Or
going to
they'll
go
look at
here.
it and go, does it financially benefit us?
Uh,
No, we're not doing it. 'Cause that's all they care about at the end of the day. They've got moats to clean around their houses and stuff, remember?
but information nowadays is just, it's too quickly spread.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed as well is, do you not think that you get information before the facts?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Which is a weird thing to say, but like you'd go onto social media, you would get
It's
videos,
headlines.
you get headlines,
It's literally
videos,
newspaper, isn't it? It's
and then
literally like a
like
newspaper.
a day later, 24 hours later, the story's changed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know,
Yeah. Especially like the news that pops up on your phone. Like you was talking about,
Mhm.
the iPhone, the little news thing that pops up randomly. It will be like a tag headline that will draw you in. You'll go in, nothing to do with that at all.
Oh, I have one on that actually.
Go on.
So I never really had a Gmail account until we started this podcast
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and our highly profitable company, the Sidebar. Um, but
That charitable company.
I've had I've had Gmail from that,
Yeah.
and I got an email the other day on my Gmail account, and it just popped up on the top of my phone in my notifications when I was actually doom scrolling. I come up and it said,
Don't do that hand movement as well, by the way, just before. Also, that looks so sus. Just when I was
"Oh wow, okay." Yeah, so it popped up on the top of my phone, and do you know what it said
go
in
on,
bold capital text?
go on.
War alert with an
No
exclamation mark,
way.
and I was like, sorry, what? And I clicked into it. It was literally an update on the war in Israel
Oh, that's
and
disgusting.
Palestine. And I was like,
That's so disgusting,
sorry.
actually.
And now it comes through. I get loads of them. It's like
Yeah.
Quora, Quara, I don't know, Quora or something. But it'll come up Quora and say war alert in capital letters. That's proper
Disgusting.
bait.
Yeah, that's just inciting fear.
I was
Why are
like,
you
oh,
doing that?
Putin's done it, you know.
And he's
Um,
here. He's here, horse on his on the back of. Oh my God, I've lost
oh, I
all sense
love
of
that.
words.
Here on the back of his back. He's just on his back. It's like
Guess who's
he's like
back,
a
back, back,
tortoise.
back
He's just
again?
just on his back, kicking up.
Putin's back. Tell a friend. Yeah,
Um,
he's just on his horseback, no
but
top.
I think that's a good example actually of how it just sort of infects people, like social
Yeah,
media.
it's
Like,
disgusting. It's so scary as well, man. Especially with us, like, because we've got kids growing up.
well, this is
I
yeah,
am
this is
terrified for my children going on social media. Like, my
yeah,
missus is always like, when do we get her a phone? When do we allow her to have like Facebook, Instagram, and that? And Instagram's quite sick because you can have that child feature on it, innit?
yeah. Instagram I find is actually the least offensive of them all.
Yeah, most of my Instagram is just literal funny stuff,
Mhm.
like the reels and their jokes.
But that's because the algorithms are different. Do you
Oh,
know
okay.
this?
No.
So, I hope I get this right, but Instagram basically the algorithm works based off who you follow, what accounts you follow,
Okay.
and what you and basically some of the accounts directly off them. So, say you follow
Okay.
a personal trainer, or
Yeah, you
say
get
you
more
follow a load of
fitness.
personal trainers,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they'll send you personal trainer things. So maybe
Yeah,
other
yeah,
people that do,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
TikTok is very different. TikTok algorithm. is vastly more expansive in the
Yeah,
sense that
I just feel like TikTok pushes whatever agenda is.
if you stop on a video for more than 6 seconds,
Yeah,
the algorithm will start to shift videos of that to you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Which is
also,
I don't know.
but also
Yeah,
their algorithm does the thing where if I follow someone's account, it will also push content from other people that follow them accounts to
yeah,
you.
yeah,
So it's vastly more expansive. And what you end up finding is that you get loads of stuff that you didn't ask for, but
yeah.
it
It's
it
facts.
locks you in to the feed. So Instagram is less offensive in that way because it's more like a closed circuit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind
TikTok
of like
is
branches out and it Insta like it kind of just follows along the same path. It's like one big family tree. You're all just looking at the same sort of stuff.
yeah. I actually think that X is actually the closest circuit because I think it is literally just who you follow. That's all you see. And that's the
Yeah,
way like Facebook used to be before.
yeah, it's very true.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like you're saying, I think the kids and all, I don't know. You just
It's
really worried
terrifying, mate.
like what they're
What
gonna
is the
see.
age? What are you saying?
Um
Because you can't be that parent. That's like when they're starting to be a teenager, all their mates have got Facebook. You can't be like, no, you're not having it.
Listen, I personally think I think everyone's gonna be different. Everyone knows their kids, every kid's different.
Yeah, I think it's
So
maturity levels of your child, to be fair.
I think every parent will have to manage it in their own way. I don't personally know. I think it'll be a case of whenever I feel that they're ready to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Have they got phones in that, the boys?
phones? No, no, no.
No.
Well, they have fake ones. Well, they
Yeah,
have
obviously.
one of my old phones that
Yeah,
doesn't
it
work,
doesn't
and
work. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my youngest, he currently uses. Well, tonight he was using the Xbox controller as a phone
Sick.
to phone Lauren.
Love that.
Um, I think she answered on a shoe or something, but
I love that.
yeah, so they just have wee fake ones and things for the minute. But
Yeah, yeah.
I think, yeah, I don't think there's people will tell you out there that there's like a certain rule, they can't have it before this age or they should have it at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
age. And I
yeah.
think it's very much like it's fluid. Like if you think your child is ready and you think that you, I think the key thing is that the parent feels that they're capable of safeguarding.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. 100%. Like I've said to Peyton, I said the day she starts walking herself to school is the day she gets her phone.
Hmm.
But that
You see, that's
phone
sensible.
will be like a Nokia 3310, bro. Like you can't do nothing on it but play Snake and call me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Um, yeah, and I think that's sensible.
Yeah,
Um, if they're walking themselves to school, you want them to have something that they can communicate on.
100%. And also
Um,
like the as much as I say Nokia 3310, obviously it won't be, but like the whole Find My like on
mhm.
iPhones is sick. Like it's great. Like we've got Apple AirTags that if we're going on like a big day out, we put on the kids on like little wristbands and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's quite dangerous for kids growing up nowadays because I think it's only going to get worse as well.
100%. I think they're exposed to so much.
I think there's too much of your information as well on social media. So like I didn't even
Yeah.
realize you don't think about what's on there. So
Yeah.
actually, I'll tell you a story. Whenever
Please
I
do.
was when I was running a shop, so obviously if something goes wrong in the shop, I'm generally called out to
Yeah.
sort it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was one occasion where one of my colleagues, sorry, I hit my hand on the table. So, one of
Just
my
fuming
colleagues,
about this story, okay?
one of my colleagues bailed me out, and I came out and I was like, "What's wrong?" And there's this fella kicking off behind the counter.
Behind the counter.
Well, sorry, on the other side of the counter.
Oh,
And the colleague turned around and was trying to explain to me what was going on, and this fella shouting and all. And I was like, "Look, could you give me a second just to speak to the colleague?"
yeah, yeah.
The colleague was basically like, "Look, he was looking to buy cigarettes, and I asked him for ID, um,
Good
and he
job.
didn't have any, so they refused him." And I was
Fair.
like, "Okay, no problem." And the fella was like, "I'm 21," and was shouting and giving off. So I took him to the side and I was like, look, I appreciate that you're annoyed. I completely understand.
Yeah.
Um, but it is policy. So he kicked off royally, like proper, started screaming and shouting at me, and I was like, look, and he was like, but look, you can see I'm 21, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, look, to be fair, I don't know. I can't
Mm.
guess your age. I said, but not only that, I says, I have to go with the colleague.
Yeah,
So if the colleague's
100%.
asked you for ID, I have to back them up. That is policy.
Yeah.
So anyway, he absolutely kicks off. Then I got a message on Instagram from this fella.
No.
He had found me on Instagram and he had messaged me and he was basically like saying, you better move out of that shop or we're going to come down. We know you finish at midnight. We're going to come down and said he was going to do stuff, which I'll not talk about too much. But so I was like, right, well, I'm blocking him. So I blocked him.
Yeah, facts.
Then I got a Facebook message. He
What?
then found me on Facebook. Yeah. So basically, then he had kicked off because he was like, "Oh, you think you're a big man blocking me and all? Like I can find you and blah blah blah." So I was like, "Okay, this is now getting a bit dodgy." So
Yeah, grand.
I then phoned the police, right? And so the
Fair play.
police came out and they at the start the police were kind of like, "Look, nothing we can really do. Like information's on social media, people can find you, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, but." It was just the fact, like, I blocked him on Instagram and then he contacted me on Facebook. And one of the other police, I didn't know this until this point. And the other police officer then stopped writing in his notebook and he turned and he says, sorry, did you say he messaged you on Instagram? I said, yeah. And he says, and then you blocked him? I was like, yep.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then after that, did he message you on Facebook? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, grand. Well, that's harassment.
Is it?
Yeah. So
That's sick.
someone messaged or contacts you on two different forms of social media without
Yeah.
your consent. So if you block them on one and then they message you on something else,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's harassment. So I was like, right. And he was like, I am.
Mad.
He was like, yeah, no, we can absolutely go to his door. And I was like, happy days. And as the police were there,
Fair.
you'll not believe it, but I got a TikTok message from him.
No.
Yeah. So the police were like, okay, right, we're going to go now. Because, and I showed them the messages and they were like, clearly this fella is escalating. So we're going to go calm him down. I was like, no problem. So they go to his door. Two or 3 days later, fella shows up outside the shop, absolutely losing his mind because I phoned the
Oh
police on
my
him,
God.
and he was like, "I know your name, I know your wife's name, I know." He just started lining off
No.
stuff that he had picked off social media.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'd phoned the police. They have like a technology department. And I
Yeah.
was like, look, what's the best thing for me to do here? And they basically walked me through every step of hiding stuff on your social media.
Smart.
So um I sort of then had to go on and do that. But it's just an example. The reason why I give that example was just because it's an example of how much information is out there and what people
Yeah.
can get access to.
Yeah, it's terrifying. And props to you, by the way. You handled it like an actual grown-up adult. You handled it completely different to me. I'd be in
I
prison by now.
I actually got worse than that when I worked in retail. But you just think kids growing up, like, they're not going to realize the dangers and
Facts.
the information that's on there and it's out in the open, it then stays there. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, yeah, facts. You can't, like, yeah, you can't take it away if someone puts it out there. Do you know what I mean? If someone else puts it. I'm glad they've brought in laws. Like, you see, like, the laws of, say, like, you're with someone, you send them an explicit picture, they can't post that then because now they'll just get arrested for doing it.
Because, yeah, revenge, yeah.
Yeah, like that whole thing, great shout, well done. But like places like Telegram and Reddit and stuff like that, yeah, I feel like they're just a breeding ground for fucking little sex deprived demons.
I know very little about Telegram, but I know Reddit can be. Is Reddit just not on? Is it just unmonitored? Like, is it just one
I
of
have
those
no
ones that
idea.
people can just do what they want?
I have no idea.
Um, you see some mad stuff on there, like.
Yeah, like mental. And Telegram, I only know from like I watch a lot of Sting things and stuff like
Mhm.
that, and they're
Oh yeah,
always
yeah, they're good.
referencing,
They're good.
yeah, they're always referencing like Telegram groups, and I'm like, what do you mean? How are these? How is there a whole network of dodginess going on, and no one gets caught up in it? But going back to last week, I say fuck off on Call of Duty.
Hmm.
I'm banned for a year.
Yeah, it's scary as well because just what you were talking about there, just keeping on that line of thought, it's infiltrated as well, like games. It's like Roblox.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
class
mate.
action lawsuit against Roblox.
Yeah, my daughter always, she goes to school in it, and like everyone in her class is like, "Oh, are you playing Roblox?" I'm like, "No, you're not playing it.
No, nowhere near it. Stay well away from it.
Nowhere near it."
There's a class action against it, which is insane
It's
because they
insane.
failed to protect people's identity, and there was a lot of harm done to a lot of people, and it's really sad that people
It's
use.
sickening.
Is it?
Children's, it just fucking makes me. Oh, I can't even go into that avenue because that's one of them things that will just make me go over the edge and throw my entire setup out the window out of anger. So,
I think just like I suppose drawing this to some sort of conclusion, because we could probably talk about this all night.
yeah,
I think the key thing for parents is to be aware, like do your research.
yeah, 100%.
Um, kids are playing games, like do your research. Is the game connected to the internet? Can they
Yeah,
talk to people?
yeah,
So like for example, my kids at the minute, they play my Xbox, but the only games that they have that I've allowed them to download are they don't have an option for like a multiplayer. So
yeah. See, we do the same with Phoenix's like iPad. She downloads games at that, and then she'll come and show us
mhm.
her playing it, and we'll be like, "Nope, you're not having that one because you can talk to people." Delete, bang, done.
Yep. And I think that's it. I think it's just being aware, like as a parent, like do your research. Don't let your kids just do whatever they want because they
Yeah.
don't understand.
And
Um,
also, like with checking phones and that, just remember what you were like as a kid. You hated your parent for checking your phone at the time, but now
yeah,
when you
you
look back on
understand.
it, you're
Mhm.
like, and just check their phones, man. Don't feel like you're being a bad parent for checking their phones.
No.
Or just chat to them about stuff as well. Be open with your children. Like, well, I plan to raise both my kids very openly about the dangers of everything in life because I
Mhm.
don't want them to be sheltered.
Yeah, I think it's just about safeguarding, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. They'll understand.
And if you're not sure about anything, you know, I would seek advice.
Yeah,
Don't just wing
100%.
it because
No.
honestly, the amount it's scary what's out there in
Yeah.
social media and in them games and multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a lot that just entices. I don't know, it's just really strange. There was a whole thing I watched recently about a YouTube's kids channel, and it was just horrid.
mhm.
Like horrid messages they were making, sending to children and stuff like that, like through whatever they were putting out. And it's just weird.
Yeah, I think you even see in them kids videos, like you see people on like, so like I'm sometimes it slips through the cracks, but I try to be very cautious of what my kids love watching YouTube. They love watching random wee
I,
videos on YouTube.
you know what? Since we started the sidebar thing, I think one of your kids is watching Curious George on YouTube because it keeps popping up on our sidebar watched list. It's just literally Curious George episodes for days, mate. I'm like, fair play.
Um, but I always try to be quite involved in what they're looking at because
Yeah, facts.
even when they're on YouTube, right, and they're watching a video of some fella for whatever reason decided with his life he was going to get bluey characters and narrate like them doing stuff and all.
Oh, my Phoenix used to watch that, mate.
But you tend to find that like all of a sudden you'll hear them like proper like swearing and doing all, and I'm like, oh, come on, like this
See,
is a kid show.
we took like Phoenix ain't allowed to watch YouTube now,
Yeah.
like at all, because she was watching stuff like Hello Neighbor and stuff like that. And like there was a thing she watched where like Elmo would kill someone and stuff like that. And I'm like, how is this easily accessible? So
Yeah.
she's got the iPad, yeah, but we set it up so she can only access stuff for 5-year-olds
Hmm.
and below. Like she
Yes,
can't get
it's a good
anything
feature.
over that. But like she's still able to how is that accessible? Like why is that a thing for children to sit and be able to watch?
There's a lot of new devices and things now being, that have been developed specifically for kids that are very
Yeah,
close circuit.
yeah,
And
facts.
they tend to be a lot cheaper than the adult version. So,
Yeah.
I would be quicker to buy a kid's tablet for one of my children before getting them an iPad, for
Yeah, yeah,
example.
yeah. No, you're not wrong.
I think the
I
problem
say
with,
iPad, yeah. I've got the Fire Amazon Kids
I,
tablet.
but I think
You had an iPad, we shut
the
it off.
problem with society in that sense is that it's very much like kids have to have the best, the
Yeah.
newest sort of best. You see kids rocking about with better phones than I have.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Same, all the
Um,
time.
so
That's
I
because
think
they don't have to
it's
work for it.
difficult. I think it's difficult for parents, but I think just a bit of, like I said, educate yourself so that you can
Yeah.
safeguard your
Just,
child,
just
and
remember,
things will
it's
be
not like just because they're sat in their room doesn't mean they're safe,
no.
which is terrifying because you think, like, you know
Oh,
they're there. Or even if they're sat next to you on the sofa, you know they're there, you know they're safe, but they might not be.
but even if you look at all them challenges and things that came out,
Oh, don't.
do you know the challenges, like that was horrendous. You seen
Oh.
people doing things, and you were like, you are going to kill yourself.
Do you know, like when people were eating bloody Tide Pods and stuff like that?
Hmm.
What are you doing?
And in the one where they were getting people to, like, put pressure on their chest while they were against the wall or something, and then when they let go, they
Yeah,
fainted. Like, that is literally, you've
mental.
deprived your brain from oxygen. Like, that's
It
not,
was
it's not
just
good.
kills me so much.
So I think, yeah, just educate yourselves, protect your kids, and just be aware of what's out there, because there's some
Yep.
absolutely horrid things.
Yeah.
Um, and
As we're all learning about at the same time as well, the world is kind of unveiling itself a little
mhm,
bit. Like, especially with the Epstein stuff and the Trump stuff and whatnot, it's kind of unveiling itself, but there's a lot of distraction tactics going on at the moment. So just be aware, don't forget, there is a
yeah.
dodgy old world out there that you
And
don't
also,
need.
don't forget that you cannot believe anything you see.
Oh, facts.
The fact that people can just turn themselves into celebrities
Yep.
on camera is absolutely terrifying.
Do
You
you know
have
the only thing you
no
need to
idea what
worry
you're
about?
looking
Yeah,
at.
what's going on in your life and what's going on around you. Like,
Yeah.
make sure you and your family are protected. Don't worry about anyone else for the time being.
Look after yourself, be happy, be positive,
Stay
and
positive. Tell someone you love them.
yeah, and be positive about yourself, be positive about other people, and just enjoy your own family and your own
Yeah.
life.
Stop letting them stress you out because that's their plan.
And also, if you do feel like social media has got like a real negative grip on your life, like, talk to someone,
There is
you know.
definitely help out there.
But even just
Definitely help out
talking to
there.
like a friend or someone,
Yeah,
or
or just message us.
just
If you're
message
struggling
us.
with us, like if you're struggling with us, just message us.
If you're
If
struggling
you're
with us, probably
struggling,
don't message us.
you'll get hate crime
Feed
back.
the problem.
I'm joking. Um, yeah, if you're struggling with anything, you can feel free to anyone can just message us and just speak to us because
Yeah, we'll get
why
you on
not,
as a
innit?
guest. Mm.
Yeah, you can tell the world your struggles.
Yeah, talk about it. No, I think just talk to someone, and
It
I don't
definitely
know,
helps.
try and do something, try and take positive steps away from it, because it can be really
Yeah,
negative.
the
Um,
world's a negative place, but
it
that's
is.
outside of your bubble. As long as your bubble is positive,
Find your happiness. Somebody once said that to me whenever I
namaste.
was really struggling with stuff, and they were like, find your happiness. And I was like, what
Yeah,
do you even mean? And they were like, find something
it makes
that
you happy.
makes you happy,
Yeah,
and just continue doing that. So if
yeah,
that's picking up a guitar or singing or whatever,
yeah,
like,
facts.
they were like, find whatever makes you happy and continue that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Which I think is was always good advice.
facts.
But
And getting real back to social media to close it all off, you don't have to be like what you see on social media.
no,
No
because
matter what you
it's
look
not real.
like,
So
who you are, what like as long as you're not doing nothing bad, you're a beautiful person. So just smile, know that you're beautiful, and let's raise each other up.
Yep.
You raise me up.
No, no, continue. That would be a good way to end. That could be our credits. We'll have the credits rolling as you're saying. When I say credits, it'll just be like,
Just me singing. You will full
both
screen me and you'll leave.
both of our names coming up the screen. Well,
Just
listen, I have to
one thing.
say the fire has been absolutely delightful.
I know, mate. I'm
Um,
warm, bro. I had to get
if you,
changed. I don't know if anyone noticed. I had a jacket on and everything. The,
Mhm.
the heat behind me.
If you're listening and not watching, there's currently a roaring fire right beside me, and it
Yeah,
is just, oh, it's just great.
yeah.
Keeps you nice and cozy.
If you're watching and not
If you're
listening, what are you
what?
doing?
If you're currently
I
watching as
don't know.
well, just to give you a bit of peace of mind, Jams is not on fire,
I'm just in the pits
because
of hell
it
fighting
looks it
demons.
actually looks like there's fire bellowing up from your back.
It's fine, mate. Flame on!
Um, yeah, okay, well, I think we'll just, because we're now just descending into absolute garbage and chaos on
It's
this
late. It's
podcast.
late, mate. We're just waffling now. All right, listen, everyone, thank you for listening again. It's been
Yep.
a great pleasure. We love you all. Appreciate yourselves and appreciate you all too. Peace.
Yeah, try and catch us on any of our socials. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, or Apple Podcast. Um, please give us a listen, give us a share, and yeah, message in, give us a message. If somebody, do you know what? Do you know what? See if somebody wants to be a guest, and we can come on and talk about a certain topic that means something to you. It could be anything.
Yeah,
We'd absolutely love to have a guest on. That's maybe what we should work towards, actually,
yeah. Little guest appearances.
is trying to get like a wee guest on. Not a wee, it doesn't need to be a small person, just a guest. Doesn't need to be small. Um, just yeah, get a guest on. That would be class. We could talk about a topic of their choice. And yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great. But yeah, catch us on socials, drop us a message. But for now, um, it's time to sign off.
Peace out, people.
Adios, everyone. And remember, as always, stay classy. Yep.
You raise me up.
No, no, continue. That would be a good way to end. That could be our credits. We'll have the credits rolling as you're saying.